officially time to decorate for fall. It is currently the middle of September, which personally, that is when I like to pull out all of the decor and get it going. I live in Florida, so it is still very, very hot out. So it's really hard to get into the cozy mood when it's burning outside. So for me, this is the perfect time, and I'm so excited. This is my main stuff. I think I have a few additional things that we'll find, but I thought that we could take out everything together and go through it all. And of course, as always, I will be doing triggers with all the items. All the items. Let's get started. Let's just start with this pumpkin that's right here. This is literally your classic trick-or-treating pumpkin, and this feels really nostalgic to me. I've had it for years. I probably got it at the dollar store. I do store some things inside. I do think these are going to make really good sounds. Have these fun, I don't know what you want to call these, not streamers, like a garland almost, but really like cheap garland, like nothing nice. It's all plastic or whatever you want to call this material. But this one is black and orange with little pumpkins, and I usually like to drape them around like my fake big plant I have in my living room. We'll see what I do with it this year. And then I have this one, which is a little more spooky vibes. It's black and holographic. Little ghosties, little ghosties. Okay, and then the other thing that I don't really store in boxes because I just don't need to are these like buckets, pails. You know, they're a bit on the smaller side. I think this was also like a dollar store purchase or something like that. Something similar. There's two of them, an orange and a black, and I usually keep these somewhere along the countertops in the corner of my kitchen over there, and I'll usually put my fruits and veggies in these, like apples and stuff, apples and bananas and onions or avocado, basically my produce carriers of the ones that don't go in the fridge. Or sometimes maybe I'll put one of these on top of the fridge this year. I don't know if I need to on the kitchen counter. Okay, let's get into one of the boxes. When I moved into my first adult apartment, this lady was selling this huge box of just random Halloween decor stuff, and a ton of shot glasses came with it. So that's where all of these came from. Ooh, that's a fun sound. Drink at your own risk. There's 4 of these. Probably because they're glass, but I do think these are my favorite. I'll have to find a cool but convenient place to store them where they're not in the way. We don't drink a lot, really. They just came in the box, and aesthetic purposes for decor work quite well. Now this has nothing to do with Halloween, so who knows why I stored this in here, but these are all my silly bands. That's so funny. Clearly, obsessed. Clearly, all about the fad back then. My favorite fall decor is simple stuff like this. That's kind of in the color palette. But just a little more elevated. Obviously I definitely have the very cliche, typical fun stuff. But I'll put this on my coffee table in the living room. And I love how this looks. And I'll keep this all the way up through the end of November. And then one of my Disney items, back in 2019 and 2020, we had Disney passes, and I ended up over time getting, a couple of fun Disney stuff, and this is one of the ones. The back says Boo, and you can put a tea light or a real candle. I only do tea lights with these, just to be safe. A little in your face, but not too much, not too much. It also has this cute little pumpkin top. That is probably my favorite part of that. And I usually use this as a small candy dish. I'll probably keep this on our kitchen table. I think this is Target dollar section, or maybe Publix. Sometimes Publix has random things they sell for the seasons. Now I've had this one and this one for many years, and I do always put higher quality tea lights in these that are bigger and brighter, so it really does get the effect. I'm trying so hard to carefully set these things down so they don't make bad sounds. I know these are so simple, but they really might be some of my favorite things I own for this season. Oh, I do have some stuff inside here. Another Disney time period purchase. It's a set of Halloween themed like drink mixes, and I've used them all. There's still some left, but it's for sure expired. I am not opening these, but aesthetically, these little metal tubs feels very nostalgic and fun, and I can always find a spot for stuff like this. Okay, and that is box 1 done. Okay, we've got our next box. This was another part of that big box we got from the lady. They're just like sequined, different shapes. And usually if we have a party, we'll like stick them across the walls. Otherwise, don't really take these out. They're kind of messy and honestly old. They don't look that great, so maybe it's time to throw them away this year. And then we have this really cool skull. I know this is a very different vibe than anything else I have. I used to actually keep this out 24/7 in my previous apartment, but I just decided to keep it for the Halloween season. Let's see if it still lights up. Nope. That's okay. Honestly, it still gives a really cool effect, even though it doesn't light up. This is just a candle I put here. I don't know if this is necessarily a fall scent, clary sage. It feels more spring to me. I'll find a new place for that. This is not a fall scent either. I don't know why these are in here. Backyard honeysuckle. I have no idea. This, however, is definitely in the right spot. This is Snow White's Poison Apple. Just one bite. I almost wish this was on the front. So like when you set it out, people see both, because I think this is really cool, but the back is not very exciting. And just like with the Mickey, I think the top is my favorite part. There's something so cute about it. From the Haunted Mansion. This was actually given to me as a gift. A few years back, we hosted a Halloween party, and someone brought this for me. When I'm feeling fun, I'll have a drink out of it. It's a drink container. How do you open this? Ah, yes. It's a twist top. And there is even a straw. And so when you just go, like, how fun is that? And she used to light up too. Let's see. Oh yeah, and it changes colors. Oh. I'm actually really happy this still works. Okay, box 2 done. Okay, now we're moving on to the big box. Can you tell that I'm really into the pumpkin vibe? Really am. I usually hang him on the back of our door or the front of our door. I don't think in this community that I'm currently in anyone would take him, so that's good. And then my coworker made these a few years back. I love them. I will keep one in my office and one on the coffee table because that is my most like traffic places to use coasters and where I'll see them the most. And then this is a Gideon's box from that cookie store in Orlando, just outside. And we're huge fans. And so I cleaned out and kept one of this box because like it's one of the bigger ones. And I usually like set it up on top of the refrigerator because honestly perfect spooky vibe. Every year, I'll allow myself a few new items. In the past few years, I really cut down my spending. So this is one of the few things I got last year, and I got it from Trader Joe's, actually. And it's really high quality. Like, it's not fraying. It's nice. I know this is gonna last. And I usually drape this somewhere, like, on my TV or something like that. This is just my table runner that I use for the fall. I love this burnt orange color. It's just this long, standard. That's a little pop of fall to my white table that I have. I have a lot of these pumpkins. It might be time. I've had these since college. I graduated college in 2018 for reference. So that's a lot of years for these hard styrofoam pumpkins. The tapping sounds are really good on this one though. And then I have a Halloween themed leash for my dog. I love the pink and the orange together. I love the pink and the orange together. I don't have a different leash for every season. This is really the only one I have. That's not our regular one. So it's a fun little thing. And then I usually put this on our door. There's a little doorknob bell. It's really loud though. I have these. It's just string lights with pretty fall leaves. put them on my TV console, but now I put them on top of these shelves, these white shelves. Kind of line the kitchen, gives the kitchen a very cozy feel. There's two of them. Little ghosty. I usually keep him on this shelving unit I have. You can really see the dust on this one. He had a scratch on his eye, and I just put some black Sharpie, and now it just looks like a smudge. And this is actually a candle. I burnt it a little bit last year. This is another thing I got last year. And even when the candle is done, I definitely will be just keeping this because with the top, it just kind of looks like another decor piece. And the last thing in this box, another lantern-like thing. Clearly I love stuff like this. The tapping isn't as good on this. It's very ceramic and I am not a fan of that sound. Okay. That is everything out of the boxes. I do think more of these pumpkins, so there might be something I'm missing. I was also thinking of doing a video of me putting all this up as a separate video, so look out for that. Hopefully y'all will be interested. Enjoyed this, and as always, I will see you in my next